Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Right Now Show with our musical guest, Bitter Plan, and our guest of the night, Stu from the SWO Productions. But of course, I'm me, Jokey Pants, stepping in as co-host from What an Oddcast. But our host, Sky!
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. This is the Right Now Show. It's a new show. You if you're listening from my old podcast, you're expecting UFO stories and aliens and that Epstein's still alive living in either Israel or South America. But we actually decided to switch off on that, and we're going to go over to some entertainment and kind of promote each other's podcast a little bit, have them come on and do a little fun show. We have a lot of planned today, so let's get right into it. So we decided to go a little old school, like a Tonight Show feel, so we're going to open it up with a little bit of monologue about some news around the world. So scientists have just found a new species of fish in the Pacific Ocean. It's called the TikTok trout. It swims in 15-second bursts before changing directions for no reasons. Speaking of things that change direction for no reason, climate talks are heating up in 2025, literally. World leaders are meeting to discuss global warming, but the AC broke, so they just argued about who gets the last IQ. Wow. But at least we're discovering new life on this warming planet. Scientists just found a new plant in Big Bend National Park called the woolly devil. It's so fuzzy, it looks like a ready, cozy sweater photo shoot. They say it's the first new plant species found in a U.S. national park in its 50 years. Unfortunately, Joe Rogan still thinks it's Bigfoot. Ba-dum-boom. From mysterious discoveries to the Olympics, where mystery takes a technological turn, Paris 2024 Olympics are still kind of trending, and now they're talking about adding drone racing for 2028. Yeah, drones. The first time, you know who the first team to sign up is? Skynet. I swear that takeover is not even subtle anymore. They're like, I'm gonna take out your smarts and your athletes. And then finally, we have, if you think AI is taking over sports is weird, wait until you hear what's happening in journalism. Apparently, fans were celebrating Lois Lane's birthday this weekend. That's great, isn't it? A fictional reporter gets more love than real ones. That's 2025 America for you. Ba-da-ba. All right. So today...
It is true.
So yeah, let's go with Stu. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your podcast and what you do and why you do it?
Absolutely. So the podcast is the Stu World Order podcast, where we review random comic book movies. And what I do is I have a guest on every single episode, kind of like what you guys do. And I spend the first several minutes interviewing them, talking about their projects, talking about what they have going on, whether they're writers or podcasters, or I've had a wrestler or two on my show. They talk about what they're doing, and then we spend the rest of the episode
I'm sorry,
talking
can I
about
interrupt real quick? Because I get spacey if I don't interrupt. ADHD. When you say wrestlers, are we talking like somebody, like even like a somewhat fan of the wrestling world would know who it is?
Yes, if you're a fan of the wrestling world, if you're a fan of WWE and in particular their NXT brand, I had Tyler Breeze on the show.
Wow, really?
I had Tyler Breeze on the show. We talked Tank Girl back in episode 70 something. So
that's so
cool.
But
I've had Tyler Breeze on the show, and I've reached out to a few others, but I haven't gotten too many words back. But maybe through Tyler, I could get a few others on the show. But yeah, definitely had him on. He was phenomenal to talk to.
I love wrestling. I miss wrestling. What was your wrestling heyday? What was your time frame?
I kind of jumped in and out of it throughout my life. I started watching in 1992 because I remember the first big event I ever watched through was SummerSlam 1992.
Oh, wait, was that the Undertaker match, or was that the year before?
That was a couple years before that. That was the one that was in Wembley Stadium in England.
Oh,
and the main event was Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog.
The roll-up pin.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard British Bulldog was like completely high off his ass during that whole match.
That's what Bret says, but Bret complains about everybody in wrestling who isn't Bret. Yeah. So you take Bret's word for whatever he says, but that's what he says, that he had to guide Bulldog through that whole match because Bulldog was completely hungover from like just a cocktail of drugs the day before.
And so why do you do these the podcast on what was your inspiration for it?
So back in 2018, I had started a different podcast with a few co-hosts of mine, and that show kind of ran its course and came to an end a few months into COVID. And I didn't feel like I was done doing things. So I started SWO Productions, the website, swoproductions.com, where I was doing writing and I was doing articles. And a lot of people from the podcast community came back and was telling me they wanted me to get back into podcasting. So in April 2021, I started the Stu World Order podcast, where I do, like I said, comic book related movies, and I've just been going ever since then. So it was something I started with some friends. It ran its course, and then I, due to popular demand, I guess you might say, which makes me sound way more like an asshole than I'm trying to come across. But I did have a handful of people who said, hey, get back in the game.
People love me. Wrestlers come on my show. I'm just the best. And I try to go away and be like, no, you can't do it. Come back. We need you. It's COVID. Who are we going to listen to?
Absolutely. Yeah. The podcasting sphere was empty without me. What can I say?
And what about you?
Every time I'm up, they pull me back in.
So, Jokey, you do sort of a similar podcast, not in style, but in ideas and maybe even subject matter, which actually I'm thinking about it now. Jokey, you've been on it. I'm thinking about doing the paranormal pursuits of the old podcast and keeping it here, and don't make it so paranormal, but more like if we have two movie or pop culture podcasts come on, we can do maybe like a mini round of like podcasting, pop culture trivia. What do you think about that? You guys be interested in that?
I'd be interested.
Yeah, I'm
always interested in trivia.
Good, because that's one of those things I'm gonna miss. Because I like you just said, you ended during COVID. We just ended because my co-host, my wife, my girlfriend, whatever she wants to call herself, she got promoted, but now she's a manager, so at a restaurant. So now she has no time. So I had to shut it down, and I'm like, well, I don't want to shut it down. I kind of like doing this. I don't like anyone who follows along on Instagram, and some of our other posts. I've lost one of my friends, one of my good friends to cancer, and I didn't even know about it for a couple of weeks. And I'm like, it's been weird that usually, he didn't hit me back up again. So I hit him up, and I finally found out that he passed away, and he was my first listener. Like, he was the guy. And that kind of killed me a little bit. Like, yo, my first listener is gone. Like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
But like, I do love the interaction and talking with other people and getting to know them. So that's why I decided to come back. So like I said, if you're looking for, Wake Up, Good Morning Earth, no longer there. It is now the Right Now show. And we're going to go from that little heaviness to the complete opposite, to Jokey Pants.
Well, real fast, before we get out of the heavy stuff, let's make sure all to say fuck cancer. Cancer is the worst.
Yeah.
And fuck it.
Yeah, my co-host is a cancer. And she killed my grandfather and my friend.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst, and we need to get rid of it.
I agree. Wholeheartedly.
I'm glad you do. That would be horrible. Like, nah, cancer's fine.
I disagree.
I mean, they could have cured it already. Obviously, they did for a reason, right, fellas? Like, come on. So, Jokey, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, what's there to say?
I don't know. I don't know you that well.
I was running a podcast and kind of became my own persona, and then they decided to try to trap me in the nostalgic void. And, well, I broke out, and I took a hostage. Ernest the Emu he's been silent because I don't let him talk. He's the only one I can get to.
So you have a new format to your podcast?
New format, more that I took my rightful charge the way I should.
Y'all can't see him, but if I had to guess by appearance, I would say you do a Juggalo podcast now, right?
No. We're all about the nostalgia, all those things mostly that you thought were great, and then we tend to talk about things that are like, hey, remember this? It's not so great, but we're gonna just do a deep dive on it.
Good, because I had a couple of things about that too.
Depends.
So then, first off, I want to ask both of you, what were your favorite cartoon shows as kids? Because I think that tells a lot about people and how they grew up.
What age group of kids? Because I feel like it changed a lot through the first 15 years of my life.
Okay,
if you're talking 4 years old. When I was 4, it was He-Man. It was totally He-Man.
Yeah, I'll show you an example, okay? For me, it was Ninja Turtles to Doug for a little bit, then Recess. Then for some reason I got into Author late in my life. I was 13, 14 years old watching Author. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. It's such a great shit. That and Magic School Buses is my favorite PBS shows. But you know what I'm saying? So those are like my and some of it is the cartoon, the soundtrack to them are so great. Especially the theme song to Chippendale's Rescue Rangers was awesome. Ninja Turtles, Inspector Gadget. I love all those. So go ahead. So give me three throughout the history.
So for me, throughout the history of my cartoon watching, it would have started off with He-Man, moved into the 1980s, 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then probably would have wrapped up in the early 90s with Batman the Animated Series.
Oh my God. Yeah, another great theme song too. It was actually it won our best theme song of the 90s in a poll we ran a couple months ago.
Oh, as it should.
Oh yeah.
I forgot all about Batman.
Can't go wrong with that.
What about you, Jokey? See what kind of person you were as a kid.
Oh boy. Let's see. Ren and Stimpy, Ed, Ed and Eddie, Dexter's Lab, Doug a little bit. I didn't get into Doug as much.
So you're definitely a Cartoon Network.
Cow and Chicken, Two Stupid Dogs. But then I also went on Boomerang, so I'd watch like Smurfs. Super into Scooby-Doo. That was definitely like the biggest one for me.
Oh, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. Well, pups named Scooby-Doo or the many variations?
Literally all of it. I watched everything from where the original Where Are You Scooby-Doo to 13 Ghosts to Pup Named Scooby-Doo to Scooby-Doo Adventures.
I
literally watched it.
So be honest, what did you think of the new remake? The new remake of Scooby-Doo.
Which one?
The one that the chick from The Office did. The one that the chick from The Office. What's her name? She was
Velma, the Velma show.
Yeah, the Velma. That's it.
We don't speak of Velma. I don't know what they were thinking with that one. We just don't speak of Velma.
That's an alternate timeline.
That show had so many issues.
Yeah, and
isn't Scooby-Doo not in it? Like I didn't watch it. Isn't there no Scooby-Doo?
Scooby just doesn't exist. And
no,
Shaggy,
Velma.
They go out of their way to say that Shaggy despises drugs. He doesn't have a dog. And the only interesting thing they did was Velma's mental breaks where she actually sees ghosts. And I'm like, that's cool. The rest of this show makes no sense and is terrible. There's one good thing you did here. The rest of it does not work.
I love bad movies. Like my favorite bad movie is actually Battlefield Earth.
Okay. All right.
And I didn't know it was a bad movie when I was watching it. It was later on I heard it won the Raspberry Award for the worst movie of the year. And I'm like, wait, it was the worst movie? I'm like, oh my God, is Fifth Element terrible too?
Oh God.
Yeah, Battlefield Earth is rough. I did that for another podcast. I had to watch that movie and cover it for The Pint, a pop culture podcast a few years ago. And it is an unpleasant movie.
I don't know. It had Maris from 61. It had, John Travolta, Forrest Whitaker. How could you go wrong? So what is your favorite all-time bad movie?
I can get right into that. The movie I like the most that has probably the worst reputation, even among fans of the franchise, is I really enjoy Halloween Part 5. And that is widely reviled as one of the worst ones of the entire franchise.
Oh, is that the Curse of Michael or something like that?
That one is, I think, the Revenge of Michael Myers. Because there was Part 4 was the Return, Part 5 was Revenge, and Part 6 was the Curse of Michael Myers. But Part 5, I don't know what it is. It's a sequel to Part 4, so it follows up Part 4 immediately where it ends. And I love Part 4, so I can't watch Part 4 without watching Part 5. So that's what I do. I watch 4 and 5 pretty much every year, and I enjoy Part 5. I really do.
What about you, Jokey? Can you beat that? Can you beat the...
Oh, man. Beating that's hard. Although, I do. I do run a second show where that's exactly what I do, is talk over all the bad stuff.
I'm sorry, but if to
Oh
truly
man.
love something, you have to accept it for the good and bad. And that means you don't ignore the bad. You accept it. It's just like if you love your wife, your children. Like if you truly love them, you'll accept them for who they is, not who you want them to be. And that's why I said is. I'm from New York.
I would say, actually, sometimes they come back again. I think I'll go that way, because we covered that with Jokey Pants Has Bad Taste, and
Never even heard of
rewatching
this.
that again from since I was a kid, it has many things wrong with it, and it just takes some weird turns. And I went, they referenced that he stopped them as a kid. Oh, it's just in this movie, so we're not acknowledging the first one, but we're gonna
No.
call it "They Come Back Again." Like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's the universe.
That makes
It's new
sense.
people in the universe. I kind of, but
It's
I
a
don't say
good
that.
name. It's a good name for a movie, but that's it. That's all they had was a name.
Mhm.
I think that's good though. I think they should do that more often instead of just recasting or gender swapping or race swapping characters. How about you just make new characters in that universe? Like they did with the Harry Potter stuff. Like you're like, oh, we hate her, so we'll have someone else write the movies. And it's like it's still in the same universe. You can still enjoy it. It just doesn't have Harry Potter in it. Your mind, because people, I blow people's mind when I say this, but I think my hot take for movies anyway is that I think Godfather's overrated.
Ooh, okay, that's rough.
Wow.
That's rough, but tough but fair. It's been a long time since I've seen The Godfather. I can't necessarily argue one way or the other because I don't think I've seen The Godfather since I was like in my early teens.
Yeah, I don't remember
that's
watching the
fair.
whole thing throughout my childhood. I just remember seeing bits and pieces of it, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm so fucking bored. And I hated it so much that it kind of ruined gangster movies for me for the rest of my life. I wasn't a big Heat fan. I wasn't a big Casino fan. Casino was okay. In fact, I didn't start liking gangster movies until Bronx Tale. And that's not even like that gangster of a movie. Well, you know what I mean? So I think it just kind of ruined it all for me. So, Stu, do you have like a hot take where you think people kind of give you a lot of shit for?
Oh, people give me shit for my taste in movies in general, but I will say probably my worst one, and this comes as somebody who does a podcast based on comic book movies, so I will stick to my home turf here and say I think the first Spider-Man movie is terrible.
Tobey Maguire?
Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. I think it's the worst Spider-Man movie they made.
I wish
think
everyone at home
Spider-Man
could see our
3
face.
is better than that. I think The Amazing
3? You
Spider-Man
thought 3
2 is better than that. I just don't like the first one at all.
You made Jokey Pants hang up. Like, that's crazy.
He had to flee. He couldn't put up
I
with
wish
it.
everybody saw. Okay, so wait, does this mean you don't like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man?
He's my least favorite of the three major Spider-Man. Like Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, I both think are better. I think basically the standard opinion is true that Tobey Maguire was a really good Peter Parker, but not a very good Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield was a really good Spider-Man, but not a particularly good Peter Parker. Yeah. And that Tom Holland is kind of in the middle. He's a good Spider-Man. He's a good Peter Parker, but he's probably not as good in either role as the other two were at their best.
Yeah, like I could see that because I feel Garfield was a better joke cracker. Oh no, we got a knife. Oh, my one weakness, a knife, a very small knife. And then I don't remember. I mean, anything he said at the beginning was just kind of like, oh, that's my pizza. It's like, why? I mean, I don't know. I can't think of any exact things that he said, but I don't see him smack talking.
Yeah, he was too handsome and popular looking to play Peter Parker. He looked like, I don't buy that this kid is getting bullied in high school.
Yeah, by a guy that looked like he was 40.
That's a fair point.
What about you, Jokey? What's your hot take that most people give you a lot of shit for?
Oh. Well, there was one that I learned recently from my own doing, but I enjoy Quentin Tarantino movies. However, I will always stand on this goddamn hill because I hate getting into arguments with other people because it just I don't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, there are people who love it, and I get why you might love it. But for me, I went with my dad, and we went in the theater, we sat and watched it, and we both kind of had the same reaction of like, it was kind of just nothing going on. This was actually like probably like the most boring Tarantino movie we've sat through till like the end of it. And it bothered me. And it is always ranked bottom. And it's weird because like Hateful Eight's also really long. And there's definitely things much like Tarantino does where like you could have cut just a little bit here and there and it could have worked. But for whatever reason, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I get the point of it. But I just felt myself bored to tears in the theater with it. And I'm sorry to everyone that is just...
No, I'm glad you said that because I thought you were going to say Pulp Fiction sucked. I was kind of like, hey, relax there, buddy. That's not get crazy. I don't want to get banned the first day we're doing this. All right, so I had another...
I know a lot of people who flat out love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, I've seen people... Like, a lot of people lately that I've seen on Twitter put it at the top of their Tarantino list. And I'm like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not Jokey Pants on this one. I liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but it's like 4th or 5th for me. It's nowhere near the top. Come on.
Yeah, it's not a top one.
I felt like
he's
that
making
way
a sequel to that, so I'm hoping that one. See what he does with that. But okay.
Yeah,
I kind of felt like that way with La La Land. Me and my girl walked in thinking we're gonna like it, and then like 20 minutes we're just like, can we walk out? Like, I know we just spent like $30 to get in here, but I don't really kind of want to. I don't want to see how this goes. And then I sit through it all, and then I get the ending that we get, and it's like I get it. Not every story has a happy ending, but then what the fucking point was the story for then? And then to find out like, the winner for the Academy Award this year is La La Land. I'm like, no. And then thankfully they took that back, right? Or did they really win?
I was gonna say, yeah, they took it back for you within 2 minutes. Yeah, it was a
they did.
By that time, I already shut off though. I was like, nah, this is how I know Hollywood is up to some fucking funny shit. Like, nah, I'm sorry, I don't even think La La Land should even been like nominated. It was okay. I don't think they had chemistry. I don't think they look like they liked each other very much, which is funny because she gets along with everybody. You put her in any movie, like even with what's her name, Faris, Anna Faris in House Bunny, like even like a doofus. And I love her, and I miss her in her doofus roles. I loved her in like what was the other movie she did that I hate? Not Pineapple Express. Is it Pineapple Express? Which is the one with the movie? The about the party.
You're good.
Oh, that's super bad.
Oh yeah, super bad was super bad to me. I hated that movie. But I loved her in it because I think she just gets along with everybody. But I did not think she got along with that dude, at all. So, one more question I got for you guys, and then I have a fun game. It's actually called Celebrity Baby Name or Pokemon, and then you have to either tell me if it's a Pokemon or celebrity name, and then extra points for knowing whose child it is. So if you could bring back any canceled show, what would it be? Now this is open. It could be. Oh, you already got one. I like you. I was for Jokey Pants. It could either.
I have answers. I've thought about pop culture my entire life. I have answers for everything.
It could be a show that only lasted a season or two, or it could be a show that lasted 10 to 12 seasons, and you thought maybe it just could have did a longer run.
So for me, it's the 2001 The Tick, the live action one that starred Patrick Warburton. It was so hilarious, and it lasted like 8 or 9 episodes, and it got canceled. That show was so ahead of its time. It's ridiculous. If that show had come out exactly as it was written and made in like the mid 2000s, it would have been such a success. But it was too far ahead of its time. And Patrick Warburton is one of the funniest human beings alive.
Is that the one that took over for Family Guy when it got canceled for a little bit? Like one of the shows that took over?
Oh, that's such a good poll. Yeah. that's a really good one.
Do you have one, Jokey Pants? Because I got one on the ready too. So if you need a second.
It's a childhood one for me, but it's one that I think I'll always end up going to because I know there was supposed to be another series spawned off from it that never saw the light of day. I'd have to go with Codename Kids Next Door. because that whole show ended with number one going to space, and there was a pilot that came out of his storyboard that he was going to do another show that was more TV-14, and it was going to be number one as a teen dealing with the universe of kids. And I was like, that would have been cool. Never saw the light of day. They never greenlit it.
I don't know what is it with kids shows. For some reason, they can get really popular and they get canceled at like the height, and it's always some stupid reason. Oh, I can't sell toys to this. Why? Who cares? People watching. Sell ad space. Like, it's just so stupid.
That show, that was a show that did really well. The creator for it, he gave it an ending, and then it wasn't until like a couple years ago I found out, like, oh no, he ended it because he had an idea for another series, and they just never let it see the light of day. And I was like, you should have, because that would have been great. That show was great.
I have either of you heard of 1600 Pen?
I have not.
No.
This was around the time Community was first either starting or picking up steam. And it was with, I believe, Brian Pullman. Was he the one that, today is our Independence Day?
Bill Pullman.
Yeah, Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
He played president, and his daughter had an affair with one of his Secret Service guys and was pregnant. And the series ended with her giving, and no one knows it's him. They think it's another, like a boyfriend, but the baby comes out black. So they're like, okay. What? It also had Olaf from Frozen in a live action. I love him too. I think
Josh Gad.
Yeah, it had Josh Gad.
Okay,
and it was also, I think it was Gus from Psych, who was also, I think he played the love interest. And and it had Dharma from Dharma and Greg. And I don't know, it was just really, it was like it was a comedy about all the stuff in the background that happens that you don't really think of when you think of a president. Instead of him dealing with the countries and stuff like that, he's dealing with his daughter being pregnant while in the White House. Bring it back, people.
When is this from? What was it on? Was it like on ABC? Or
I believe
Fox,
it was on ABC. Yeah, I'll do a quick look on it.
Huh. Yeah, find out when it was, because I've never heard of this. That's
Seriously.
crazy.
6. Oh, sorry, that was one of my old buttons still there.
Hey, we got something right.
All right, let's see where it is. Season 1. It's on Amazon right now, actually.
I have a question for Stu. Are those
NBC,
comics in frames behind you?
Yeah, I was going to mention that too.
Yes, they are. Those are framed comic books.
I see a lot of Jubilee.
Okay.
I see a lot of Jubilee.
All Jubilee. They are all Jubilee, actually.
I noticed that.
It's my favorite comic book character. My favorite comic book character is Jubilee. They are all covers that have Jubilee featured prominently on them.
Oh, that bottom right one has Jubilee too, the one that says Wolverine?
Yes. That she's on the cover. That's just, it was a variant cover for Wolverine that she was on.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
I like when people have like a non-standard, because everyone has like, oh, I like Batman.
Well,
I like Spider-Man.
Hold on a second.
Who's the most who's the most underrated superhero in the comic world? Like, who have they slept on? They haven't did a movie for, and that you really think it's about damn time, or even one that maybe they did for them and they just did a bad job, so they never continued. But like, who is the character that should be getting the spotlight in the next 5-10 years?
Oh, that's tough. There's a lot of them. I'm surprised
Jubilee.
With all of the Spider-Man movies they've made, they haven't introduced the character of Black Cat yet. Because she's like one of his prominent love interests, and she's a really interesting character, and I'm surprised they haven't done anything with her.
Yeah, she's in a lot of video game stuff too. Like that.
Yes.
That's how I really know her. I didn't even know her besides like the video game stuff, because I love the idea of comics.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll read them, and then I actually have a couple like really obscure ones that aren't worth anything. I just got them from Dollar Tree, but I forgot where I was going with that. I'm sorry, I'm a little high.
Speaking of Black Cat, I don't know what all is fucking true, because there's so much information that has come out, but supposedly Black Cat will be making her debut in this next Spider-Man.
Spoiler
if that is
alert.
true, it's yet to be seen, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it, but I would like to see it, so hopefully.
Yeah, is there any speculation on who's going to be playing her?
I have seen multiple people that supposedly have talked for the cast, some that seem more confirmed than other. But supposedly they're doing that because of the whole he doesn't have MJ now, and they wanted to have somebody as an interest, and they're like, well, Black Cat, that was his other one. And I was like, you should have done that sooner, but yes, that would be the way to go, guys.
So you agree with the Black Cat then?
Oh, 100%. I can't believe that no one. I agree with Stu. I can't believe no one put her in a movie.
So you don't hear right now, but I'm having like some quizzical music playing because this is celebrity, baby name, or Pokemon. So we're gonna go through some names and we're gonna tell me if it's a Pokemon or if it's a celebrity's baby's name, and extra points for knowing with generation Pokemon and what child they come from. Okay.
Okay.
All right. First one up, Stormy.
Stormy's got to be a baby name because I'm pretty well versed on Pokemon, and I don't know that as a Pokemon.
Oh man, this is gonna be a tough one. I'm not gonna be able to get any of you. No, yeah, the Stormy is not. She is actually, and it's funny because they all seem to be Kardashian kids. She is the daughter of Kylie Jenner. So then, obviously, you know the next one, Eevee.
Eevee's a Pokemon, yeah, from Generation 1.
Apple.
Classic. Oh, that's a celebrity baby name. That's oh fuck.
She's in the MCU, mind you, too.
Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't 100% sure, but then the clue gave it away, yeah.
Snorlax.
Snorlax is a Pokemon.
Which gen?
Generation 1.
Gen 1, yeah.
Blue Ivy.
That's a celebrity name.
Celebrity, but who the hell would do that?
The other is that another is that a Kim Kardashian?
No,
kid? I don't know.
This is the last of the non-Kardashian kids. I have.
Oh, okay.
I have a couple more left, and they're all Kardashians.
Blue Ivy.
I don't know.
Beyonce.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Of course she would. Okay.
Rotom.
Rotom? I always said Rotom, but that's a Pokemon from Generation 4.
Yeah, I was trying to change the pronunciation. North.
Oh, that's Kim Kardashian's kid. Northwest.
Yep.
Bronzor.
Pokemon from Generation 4.
You sure that's not another nickname for Kanye?
It might be.
Saint.
Guessing it's a celebrity kid?
Celebrity.
Yeah, that's another Kim. Litleo.
Okay. Litleo's a Pokemon from... Oh, I always get Litleo and Litten mixed up. Litleo is Generation 6?
I didn't know. I was just seeing how much you knew. And you had them all right so far. Dream.
Gotta be a celebrity kid.
Rob Kardashian's daughter.
I didn't even know there was a Rob Kardashian.
Who's letting these people name their babies? Who's allowing this?
Oh, it's not done yet. Riolu.
Oh, Riolu's a Pokemon from Gen 4.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep. No.
Psalm.
Guessing a celebrity name.
Kim's son. Zorua.
Pokemon Gen 5 or 6. I forget which one.
I think it's 5. And then True.
Guessing a celebrity kid.
Yeah, another Kardashian.
Again, what are these names?
I know, I kind of like this.
Who's allowing this?
All right, well, I think that was a good first episode. How do you guys feel about that?
I feel good. I feel happy. I feel fulfilled.
I think you guys talked way more than I thought you were going to. I feel like it was easy to make jokes and keep it moving, so I really appreciate that, guys. Why don't
you got to tell me to shut up. I'll just keep talking. So.
Well, we'll keep having you back on because actually before, when Blue started to leave, I actually started to have other shows come on more and more. And I actually kind of like this more because I like talking to new people every week. And then, honestly, it's a little bit of a cheat because I shout you guys out on Twitter, and then your followers check it out, want to listen to it because you're on it. Now they're my listeners. So, I mean, it works out for everybody. But then that's actually how I feel like the polls actually do is like we do polls at Underground Promotions for the podcast of the month. We're actually switching the name over this next month. It's going to be Dom's Pick for my friend who passed away from cancer. Fuck cancer all. So, were you guys in this month's one?
I wasn't in the current one, but I've been in polls in the past.
How do you usually do?
I took second once.
You took second one? Oh, that's pretty good. So why don't you remind everybody once again, Jokey, where can we find you and your off-brand humor besides the bargain bin? Boom, boom.
Ouch.
For you, those don't know, a bargain bin was back in the day. A movie that didn't do so well, and they thought that was going to be good. It was like, no, they throw it in a giant box in the middle of the video store, and all the bad movies would just be thrown in there. And then you go buy it, you pick one up for like $2. It's great.
Yeah, I'll be in the bottom of that digging around if you look hard enough. But you can find me if you'd like to. Typically, I'm on What an Oddcast. It's my main podcast. Or you can check me out. Jokey Pants Has Bad Taste, where me and Cerebral Paul, we go over bad movies of my childhood and his and relive trauma. But so go check those out. Oddcast Network on YouTube.
I actually glad how this worked out because it kind of played into both of your wheelhouses in different ways.
Just a bit.
Oh, now I remember. You were on our Paranormal Sword game, and were you the one who had like the really bad rounds?
Yes.
Oh.
I just did not do well the first time.
If
you're the second one.
If you're listening to this, go ahead and check it out. Go to Paranormal Pursuits and look for Jokey Pants or What an Oddcast. He didn't get a lot, but it was very entertaining, and you were a very good sport about that. I really appreciate that. But now that we're going to do it like based on pop culture stuff, you're going to kill it now. Because I was asking him about like Bigfoot and like cursed objects. Like, who knows shit about that? Like, you know what I mean? And like,
I know some things.
Well, I mean, Travis knew all of them because they were in like his a lot of things like old McDonald's foods. Like he knew those, like the Double Down and all this other stuff. So Stu, remind everybody where they can find you.
Sure. So the website is SWOProductions.com, where we have new articles every single weekday. And you can find us on the socials, which is Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky, all at SWO Productions.
And that's it for tonight. Oh, no, actually, that is not it. Stay tuned for our musical guest, Bitter Plan.
Nah, bollocks.
And that was Bitter Plan's song Truth. I actually really like that song. Y'all didn't hear it, but it's actually pretty catchy. So if you listen to this episode, like, because you should always give us the listen. If you're not going to be on the show and promote, at least listen yourself to get one listener. I just want to snap to this song.
It's very jazzy,
right? I love this song. Like AI, it's just. I just told her I want like something funky and like Tonight Showy, and this is what they gave. After like I had to like make 30 songs to make this one up, but I love it. Anyway, thanks a lot, Stu from SWO Productions, stopping by. Thank you very much, Jokey Pants. You can't see, but I'm actually saluting you from What an Oddcast N. And then thank you, a special guest, musical guest, Bitter Plan, with their song Truth. Thanks, everybody. One thing I will keep, because I think mental health is important, check in on yourselves, check in on your friends, and everyone deserves love, especially. Good night, everybody. Say good night, people. Stu, we're waiting for you. We can't end it till you say good night.
Oh, good night. Good night. Sorry. Good night.
I'm waiting for like a good ending now. This is all your fault. Everyone hears this now because it's you, because you waited too long.